What's up everyone, it's Big-Al here, and today I'm going to be giving you a very special deck profile. This is of Visa Starfrost Mannadium, or just Mannadium, or Scareclaw Mannadium, or whatever you want to call it. This brand new wave of Visa Starfrost support came out in Cyberstorm Access, and I think personally the deck has a lot of potential. However, we are moving into a very droll heavy and droll based and gate kept format right now. But the deck can do some insane things, and pretty much at the moment it just seems like less powerful super heavy samurai, but this deck can put up some incredible boards, and if you have the hand to do it, then this deck will reward you a lot. But there's a lot of new stuff to go through, and I'd like to explain it. So without further ado, let's start off with the ratios. So I'm starting off with 3 copies of Visa Starfrost. So this is essentially basically Visa Starfrost branded. In a sense, this entire deck revolves around mostly synchro summoning with a little bit of link and fusion summoning as well. So Visa Starfrost, if you haven't used it before, and you probably haven't yet, is a warrior tuner light level 6 effect monster that if it's in your hand, you can target a monster you control with a different type and attribute in this card, destroy that monster, and if you do, special summon it. And if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can make it gain attack equal to half the original attack or defense of that monster destroyed, whichever is higher. This links into the brand new Vicious Astrolaud fusion monster, which we'll talk about. The Visa Starfrost triggers all of your destruction effects from your Mannadiums. It can be used to link summon Scareclaw Lightheart. So yeah, it's incredible, and the entire deck revolves around it. All your field spells search this guy, and he is just incredible. Talking of the Mannadiums, let's talk about Mannadium Lightheart. So, this guy, during the main phase, if he's in your hand, has a quick effect. You can target any Mannadium monster you control or a monster you control with exactly 1500 attack and 2100 defense. You destroy it, and if you do, you can special summon him. And then you can add any Mannadium card from your deck to your hand if it is normal or special summoned. He has 1500 attack and 2100 defense. So yeah, this guy's searching a lot of your stuff, can trigger your Mannadium monsters. But just be careful, because there is a couple of conflicting things in this deck that you need to be aware of before playing it. But you normally can play around it, so that is that. Now for the level 2 tuners, we've got 3 Mannadium Meek. Basically, the Mannadium level 2 tuners can special summon themselves if you control Visa Starfrost or a monster with 1500 attack and 2100 defense. And if they are destroyed by battle or card effect, they have an effect. So Meek can summon an additional copy of itself out of the deck, and you have the option to increase its level by 2. And Mannadium Fearless, the new one, the next one, sorry, has the same effect, but you can bring another copy out, and this turn, your synchro monsters gain 500 attack during the battle phase, which is really good. That's a nice attack boost, and not to mention it stacks. So if you bring 2 of these out, off of destroying them, your monsters will be gaining 1000 attack. Now let's talk about the Mannadium field spell, Peaceful Planet Calarium. This card, on activation, can add a Mannadium monster or a Visa Starfrost monster from your deck to your hand. Light monsters you control gain 100 attack for each tuner you control and in your graveyard, and if a face-up tuner you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one of those monsters, special summon it. You can only use this effect of Peaceful Planet Calarium once per turn, and you can only activate 1 copy of Calarium once per turn. Now, the reason why this conflicts is because it's boosting your monsters by the amount of tuners you have on field or graveyard, your light monsters, so you just need to make sure that you've used your extenders in hand, like your Mannadium Lightheart, your Mannadium monsters that require you to control monsters with specific attack, but normally the deck wants you to have Visa Starfrost on field, so you can work around this to some degree. And the summon out, like when you destroy a Mannadium, basically means you get a 2 for 1. So you have this on the field, you pop, say, Fearless, you can then chain block in a way that allows you to summon a Fearless from deck with this, and then revive the Fearless you just popped with the card like Lightheart or Visa Starfrost or what have you. 3 copies of Mannadium Obsession. This card can target a monster you control, destroy it, and then if you do, you can add any Peaceful Planet Calarium from your deck to your hand, but if you already have Calarium on the field, you can add any Mannadium spell or trap instead. You can also banish this from your graveyard to special summon a Visa Starfrost or any monster with the 1500-2100 stat line from your hand. So this is very good if you, say, have a Visa Starfrost in hand you want to summon and you don't have a way of getting it out, or if you have a Riem Heart or a Scareclaw Reichheart, for example. We're playing one copy of Mannadium Imaginings. This is a really good draw card. It's worth the one of. You can reveal a Mannadium or Visa Starfrost in your hand to draw 2 and then place a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. It's just free resources. You can also banish it from the graveyard to make any monster you control with 1500 attack and 2100 defense a tuner until the end of the turn. One copy of Reframing. This card is incredible because it is an Omni Negate while you control a Synchro monster, and if you have Visa Starfrost or a monster with 15-2100 on your field or in grave, you can destroy that negated card. Normally a card like this would actually do all in one, but we're not that lucky as Yu-Gi-Oh players. However, this additional effect allows you to banish it from the grave to target up to 3 Mannadium monsters in your graveyard and shuffle them into the deck. So if you have Chenging on the field with this in grave after using it, you can banish it, shuffle 3, and that will trigger the Chenging to non-targeting banish your opponent's life away, which is really good. Now onto the Scareclaw package. 2 copies of Reichphobia. This card is really good. Add to Scareclaw monster. Amazing. Monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each defense position monster on the field, and if 3 or more defense position monsters on the field, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. This deck has an incredible amount of going second capabilities, which is insane. 2 copies of Scareclaw Reichheart. Can special summon itself from the hand to a adjacent zone of a Scareclaw monster, and it can add any Scareclaw spell trap from your deck to your hand when summoned. 3 defense position monsters or more are on the field. When you add the card, you can draw a card, which is amazing. The card you're going to be adding off of Reichheart is Scareclaw Arrival, which is a monster reborn for a Scareclaw monster or a Visa Starfrost in your graveyard, which is incredible. It's also protection for your Scareclaw or Scareclaw monster Link would be destroyed. You can banish it by from your graveyard as protection, basically, which is really good. Now on to the what I like to call Mad package. 3 copies of Hero Lives and 1 copy of Prisma. Now, if you haven't seen this combo, I implore you to watch Jesse Cotton's video on this because it is something else. It's, in my opinion, worth paying 4k because 1 Prisma ends you on a 3 material Appaloosa and a level 10 Synchro, which is mad. I would go on into the combo video tutorial review, but we'll see how much time we have at the end of the video. Maybe, maybe not. And then 1 off searches. We've got 1 terraforming because who needs more? Like, we need more field spells in our deck. And now for the non-engine, we've got the new format tax, Droll and Lockbird. Got to play this. The card hurts this deck like incredibly, but it also hurts literally every other deck in the format. So yeah, Free Ash. This could be a kaiju. This could also be a kaiju. It's imperm. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Now onto the extra deck. 2 copies of the new fusion monster, Vicious Astrolaud. Basically, it requires a Visa Starfrost and a monster with the 1500-2100 stat line as material, and it must be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the cards from your field and or graveyard. It can't be destroyed by battle, and if it's special summoned, you can target any other monster on the field, destroy it, and it gains attack equals half of that monster's original attack or defense, whichever is higher. So not only does it carry that effect, you can pop your own Mannadiums, which have very high defense points, gain the additional attack, putting this card always up to above 4k. It's removal, and it has like amazing synergy with your Link monsters, which is just absolutely incredible. 1 Mannadium Prime Heart. It's a bit of a meme at the moment, but it's still a optional OTK tool going second. It doesn't require non-tuners, so you can just summon this level 10 with a load of tuners. It can attack multiple times up to the number of tuners used to summon it. It has targeting protection. It's basically a giant Cosmo. And if it is destroyed or leaves the field by an opponent's card, you can special summon one of your monsters with 1500, 2100 or a Visa Starfrost that's banished or in your graveyard. It's more of a little flexy utility tool, OTK tool, but it's a Mannadium deck and I wouldn't feel right playing it without it. Now onto the crazy level 10 synchro package, 1 Baron. This card is self-explanatory. It's an Omni-Negate, it's a pop on the field, and it can summon a level 9 alive from the grave in the standby phase. Mental. 1 Dispatter. You summon this off of Axel Synchro Dragon line. Can bring back any of your banished materials that you use to summon Vicious Astrolaud with. It can pop your opponent's cards, it can negate them, spin back other stuff. Read this, I implore you. It is crazy good. And its only caveat is that the non-tuner it needs has to be a dragon. It's level 10, 3500, 35, mad. 1 Chaos Angel, incredible. On summon, you can treat a light or dark monster you control as a tuner. If it's special summoned, you can target any card on the field and banish it. And then if you use light monsters synchro material for it, it makes all of your synchro monsters unaffected by your opponent's monsters' activated effects. And if you use as dark, it protects all of your monsters from being destroyed by battle. So if you sit on this and on a Palooza, you can basically just go, yeah, like, fucked. 1 Chengying, like I said with the reframing combo, it's just a really good card to have. 1 Excel Synchro Stardust brings back your Mannadium tuners, goes into Dispatter, goes into level 10s. This card is absolutely incredible, and if you're playing any synchro, I know the card's expensive at the moment, but you really need to play this card if you're looking into investing in any synchro strategies. 1 copy of Savage rarely comes up, but it's also an Omni-Negate and it's easier to get into once you go through your line. 1 Coral Dragon, it's a tuner level 6, can pop a card on the field, draws a card when it leaves the field. 1 Stardust Charge Warrior. I know this is God Pride Star Leon, but it was the only level 6 synchro I had to hand. Again, you can use any generic level 6 synchro in this spot as long as it's not a tuner, but I do recommend you get Stardust Charge Warrior instead of this. I just haven't been able to pick one up in time, unfortunately. And then finally, 2 Lightheart, searches Reichphobia. What more do you need to say? Revives itself when you've got Starfrost on field once per duel. And 1 Cross Sheep. If you didn't know, Vicious Astrolaud's a fusion monster, so you summon that to a zone Cross Sheep points to. You revive Prisma. Prisma can dump another Astrolaud. It is absolutely crazy. And the 1 Appaloosa to round off the deck profile for you guys. Now, that was great, wasn't it, guys? Now, to explain the Prisma combo, basically, you use a Hero Lives to summon Prisma. Prisma can reveal Astrolaud in your extra deck, which will allow you to dump Visa Starfrost to make Prisma the Starfrost. You can use the Prisma to go into Lightheart, search Reichphobia, place it in the field zone, add Reichheart, special Reichheart, add the Arrival, link the 2 off into Cross Sheep, banish the Starfrost and the Reichheart for a Astrolaud being pointed to by the Cross Sheep, revive the Prisma, bring the Prisma back with, so dump again and Visa Starfrost with the Prisma. Then you can use the Scareclaw Arrival to bring back the Starfrost. You can use Lightheart to bring itself back. You can use the Starfrost and the Prisma to go into a level 10 synchro. And you can use the Cross Sheep, the Lightheart and the Astrolaud to go into an Appaloosa. I hope that cleared things up for you guys. This deck, I really like it. I've been planning on making it for a long time. And it's a nice deck to move forward from Sword Soul. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching. Peace.